non-paid program does not necessarily reflect the views of News Radio 830 KHVH, its staff, or management.
It's time to enter the world of real estate in Oahu with Hawaii's only true real estate radio show, the Team Lally Real Estate Show. Grab a pen and get ready to take notes. For the next full hour, Hawaii's premier real estate leader, Adrienne Lally, and Attilio Leonardi will bring you the latest in real estate news and real-world strategies on how they can guarantee to sell your home at a price and deadline you agree to, or they'll buy it. Now, here are your hosts, Adrienne and Attilio.
Welcome to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the guaranteed sale. If you have any questions regarding real estate, you can reach us here at the station by calling 521-8383. That's 521-8383, or on the web at teamlally.com, and that's Lally.
Well, good morning, everyone. This is Attilio. I was at the Warrior Dash the other day, and this lady walked up to me. She was chewing on a big old turkey leg, had a big old pint of beer, and had one of them fuzzy Viking hats on her head. Mm-hmm. And she was covered in mud from head to toe. She started asking me a bunch of tax and legal questions, and I said, those are great questions, but I highly recommend you seek the appropriate professional. And then I said, but Mom, what other questions do you have? So if you hear anything today that may be deemed as legal or tax advice, please seek the appropriate licensed professional, because we're going to talk about real estate today, because we're licensed realtors.
Yes.
And you're going to talk about your quote.
I don't have my quote.
You don't have a quote.
You're supposed to give me the book.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. Hold on. Let me get the book. But come up with a quote in the meantime.
Well, I'd like to talk more about Attilio's mom at the Warrior Dash. And full of mud, and the fact that Team Lally is going to be out there at the Warrior Dash. I think it's at the February 24th. We're going to be running it together as a team.
Yes.
And it's going to be a lot of fun. We did it last year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you jump over like flames, like fire. They start off the race with this big old gas explosion. Oh, no, was that Howard? He just had too many burritos the night before? No, it was the start line. Big propane gas explosion. It's kind of cool. You can feel the heat. And you go through this obstacle course. You climb over stuff, walk on. You know what's going to be cool? Isabella, my just turned 14-year-old daughter, and my son, Attilio Jr., my 15-year-old, they're going to come with us along with my wife, Regina. So it's going to be a Leonardi.
That's right. It's like they have an age limit, right? You got to be minimum 14. Is that the minimum?
I don't know. Yeah, probably, because the mud probably goes up higher if you're not that old. You'll sink below the mud and the water that you got to go through. You got a quote for us?
I have a lot of quotes.
Just read one of them.
All right. How about on
what is it about?
Basics and fundamentals.
Okay. And who's this by?
This is from Jim Rohn.
Okay.
Success is neither magical nor mysterious. Success is the natural consequence of consistently applying basic fundamentals. There are no new fundamentals. You've got to be a little suspicious of someone who says, I've got a new fundamental. That's like someone inviting you to tour a factory where they're manufacturing antiques.
Yes.
So.
Nothing new under the sun. You just got to execute, and, everything is intuitive. But right. People say, well, how come not everybody's successful and healthy, wealthy, and wise? Well, it's human nature. We know if we did 1,000 sit-ups a day, we'd have a six-pack. Mm-hmm. But we don't do it.
All about implementation.
Yep. Got to execute. So, our learning story for today, if you're not familiar with our format, it's the same format. Mm-hmm. We have a mom disclaimer, then we talk about our quote, and now we have our learning story. Okay. So the question is, what is the question? What's this first sentence?
Okay. So, should I list with my friend or buy with my friend, either or?
Yeah.
Who is a realtor just because they are my friends?
And the answer would be no. No, well, it's more than that. So let's talk about that. It's like saying, well, will I have my friend perform brain surgery on me just because he's my friend, even though he just graduated from medical school? No, that doesn't make sense. So I don't know about you, but I want to make the most qualified brain surgeon splitting my head open. And when selling or buying real estate, I want the most experienced realtors. Speaking of, there's a difference between realtor and realtors. Realtors is plural, means it's a real estate team. Mm-hmm. And by the way, how many of them did we close last year?
Last year we closed 135.
135. Now you're going to hear people out there talking about, well, how can all these realtors are claiming to be number one, and how can they all be number one? They're just skewing what they're number one at. Well, I'm just going to tell you, folks, we did 135 transactions. The average realtor is going to do how many?
5.
5. And 50% of the realtors are going to do how many?
0.
0. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm not going to say whether we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just going to say we did X amount of transactions. How many?
135.
135. Okay, so now hear me on this. How long you've been in the business has nothing to do with your level of experience. If you've been in the business for 10 years, have done maybe 50 transactions in that time period, that would be doing about 1 every 2 months or 5 a year. What we do, again, is more than what 50% of the realtors, actually 85% of the realtors were doing more volume than the majority of the licensees on Oahu. So one of the 4 questions I would ask a realtor, if I were going to solicit a licensed realtor, a professional, to help me with the biggest buying or selling decision in most people's lives, the first question I'm going to ask them, just like the brain surgeon, how many of these procedures have you performed? How many transactions have you completed in the last year? Not what your brokerage has done, but you personally or your team. We're going to cover all 3 of the questions. Other questions, will we?
Maybe.
You know what? Maybe. Or, if not, you can always email us or check out one of our video blogs or our website for the other questions you should be asking your realtors. But the big one is, what is it, Adrian?
How many transactions have you completed in the last year?
Okay.
Okay, so speaking of learning, we recommend for your children's kindergarten through 12th grade learning needs, American Renaissance Academy. It's located in Kapolei. They provide students a rigorous, individualized, and comprehensive college preparatory education. It's accomplished by challenging students to think critically and creatively while instilling in them a passion for artistic growth and lifelong learning. You can find out more about American Renaissance Academy by going to arahawaii.org.
Now, did you tell them that they don't do homework?
Oh, I forgot. That was the most important part.
What's the thing about the homework?
Okay, so no homework because they have the learning lab. So as long as your child is good with their time management during learning lab, they should not be having homework when they come home.
So yeah, if you have lots of homework, this is what your kids sound like. And if you have, it's not necessarily they don't have homework, they're just using better time management and getting it done before they get home.
Exactly.
So when your kids get home, you know what they're going to say? Okay.
All right. So let's talk about a featured property.
By the way, every week on this show, we always have our up-and-coming properties. And then we have our properties that we actually have listed. And one of the things we talked about right before the show is like, you know what? Because, Adrian, what did you ask me?
I said, do we have any up-and-coming listings that we could talk about?
And what I told Adrian was like, we got so many of them that we just don't have enough time in the show to talk about. The point, if you're at home, you're a buyer, what's happening with inventory?
It's very low.
Very low. And so what's the buyer going through?
They're having to compete with other buyers and write multiple offers before they get theirs accepted.
Yeah, and
it's frustrating.
And they're getting beat out on offers. So it's just like, if you knew Walt Disney and it was opening day for Disneyland. Well, I know Walt Disney. We're going to go before Disneyland opens, and we're going to go on all the rides and not have to stand in any lines and not get beat out by
the crowds.
Heavy-set grandma and grandpa knocking over the grandkids to get their first place on the Dumbo ride. So on their scooter, on their little rascals. They're running around, their little rascals running you over. So we have a buyer hotline. If you call the buyer hotline, you're going to learn about the clients that we're having discussions with and the properties that are going to be coming up, which we have a ton of them, and maybe getting set up for success as opposed to having to beat the competition. And what's that buyer hotline number?
That buyer hotline is 234-4421. That's 234-4421, and one of our 4 full-time buyer agents will answer your call and be happy to share with you more information about our upcoming listings.
Yeah, so we hear some cool music coming up. What's that mean?
It means that it's time for a break, but we're going to talk about our upcoming property.
Oh, Adrian's putting her foot down, so fade the music.
Yes, so we're going to talk about this property, then we're going to go to a break.
Oh, okay.
All right. Well, this is not an upcoming property. It actually got listed yesterday.
Yes.
And we are going to have open house on it this Sunday from 1 to 3. Yes, we're having open house on Super Bowl Sunday.
Yes, because you know why? Hey, there's a Super Bowl every year, but the time and opportunity to purchase a property where interest rates are low
That's right.
is now.
That's right. So if you're serious about buying a home and this fits your needs, then maybe you just missed the first part of the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and you know what? Sellers will tell us, why you guys have an open house on Super Bowl Sunday?
Well, the serious buyers are going to be out looking.
Exactly.
Right?
Serious buyers are going to be out looking, and we don't want to miss those opportunities.
So I guess if you're more serious about football than you are about...
Then you'll miss it.
Yeah. But we have a video tour, so you can look at it online on teamlally.com.
Yes.
So this one is for $749,000.
Uh-huh.
It's on 2210 Star Road.
Yeah, so that Star Road is parallel to Pacific Heights Road.
Mm-hmm.
So you go up Pacific Heights Road, you look over to the right shoulder. That's where it's at. It's in Paoa Valley, which lies right below Punch Bowl.
So it's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. It's built in 1968, but the owners have done a lot of more modern touches, and
yes.
the kitchens and bathrooms have all been upgraded and remodeled. So it has a nice modern look to it. It's move-in ready, I think.
Yes.
Has a nice size lot, a little bit over 5,000 square feet.
The back retaining wall, because it's kind of it's on the upside of the street, and so it kind of terraces up and away from the property. But that back wall is actually being worked on by city and county. So I mean, that's a good thing, because just imagine you had to do that on your own.
That would be very expensive.
I was thinking that wall is going to be at least $100,000, but thanks to Uncle Kalani. See, Uncle Sam is the federal government, so Uncle Kalani is city and county.
Yes.
So thank you to Uncle Kalani. He's fixing that back wall for you. It's going to be all nice.
That's right. So come visit us tomorrow from 1 to 3. I think Roberta's going to be out there again. $749 list price, and it's at 2210 Star Road.
I'm going to tell you folks, because of the condition, the location, and the price point, we are getting hammered with phone calls. This thing, and we haven't even shown it yet.
Yeah, like within 10 minutes of it being listed, I think we got 2 calls. So, anyways, don't miss that open house. And I think now it's time for a break. So don't go too far. When we come back, we're going to be talking with our special guest today.
Come my lady, come my lady, you're my butterfly, sugar, baby.
Hey, Sean Hannity here with some important news for home sellers. The marketing plan that your realtor uses for attracting buyers is critical to create demand to sell it for the most money possible. In Honolulu, the realtor you need to talk to is Adrienne Lally of Team Lally, who has a national marketing program to guarantee to sell your home at a price and a deadline that you agree to, or she'll have it bought for cash. Now, while the average agent attracts few buyers a month and sells less than 10 homes a year, Adrienne, on average, attracts hundreds of buyers every month and sells homes each and every week. If you're not happy along the way, she lets you fire her and pay nothing. Call Adrienne Lally of Team Lally today at 227-2703. That's 227-2703. Or go to the web, teamlallyrealestateshow.com. That's teamlallyrealestateshow.com. And don't forget, by the way, check out Team Lally Real Estate and the show every Saturday morning right here on KHVH.
When you're trying to find the best of the best, don't settle for an agent that's just like the rest. Pick a team that knows just what to do. From buying or selling, we work hard for you. Team Lally, the best real estate in the islands. 227-2703.
Are you a veteran interested in purchasing a home? If so, you qualify for the great benefits allowed by the VA Home Loan Program. Benefits like no down payment required, reduced closing costs, and flexible qualifying guidelines. Hawaii VA Loans is Hawaii's VA loan specialist who can educate you on all of these benefits and help you get on track with getting pre-approved for a VA loan.
For more information on how you can tap into this great resource, go to hawaiivaloans.com to download their free 24-page ebook. As a special bonus, after downloading the informative guide, you'll be instructed on how you can earn a $1,000 closing credit on your next home purchase. So what are you waiting for? Get your free VA loan ebook and $1,000 closing credit by going to HawaiiVALoans.com or give them a call at 792-4251. That's 792-4251.
Welcome back. This is Adrian.
And this is Attilio.
And you're listening to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sale, here on AM 830 KHVH. We're here every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon. If you have any questions regarding real estate, you can give us a call here at the station. That number is 521-8383.
What's that number?
521-8383.
We're also home of the cool bumper music.
The coolest
Yes.
bumper music.
As our producer said, we have the hip music.
All right. So we do have a guest that's going to be joining us in a little bit. But before that, we have a recent success story and testimonial that was actually submitted by one of our clients on Yelp.
Yes.
For us. So you want us to read it, Attilio?
I'll read part of it and you read part of it.
Okay. That sounds
When I
good.
stop, you take over. Okay?
Okay.
When?
No,
I'm just kidding.
No, just go.
I'll keep going. When my husband and I began working with Team Lally, we thought we were in an impossible situation. We had been working with our then current realtor for more than a year to no avail. The short sale on our condo proved to be too much for her. 3 failed contracts later, we were finally referred to Team Lally. At this point in the process, we were very disappointed and skeptical. That's understandable. To our surprise, we were greeted with smiling faces, reassuring words by Adrian Lally and Attilio Leonardi. However, and I'll let you take over.
I still remain skeptical. Then we were introduced to Howard, an agent with Team Lally. From the start, he was professional and extremely efficient and patient. He worked day and night and made me feel we were Team Lally's only clients. I would honestly have so much anxiety with our short sale, and yet every time I spoke with Howard, I was put at ease. It took 6 months to close, but it was to no fault of our realtors, but due to our mortgage company, Green Tree.
No names mentioned. Green Tree.
They were dragging their feet and playing hardball. The entire process was made easy with Team Lally steering us. Howard's communication and explanations in all of this is what made it straightforward. Whether via email or telephone, I felt informed of the whole process. Again, I honestly at one point thought we were his only clients. Thank you, Howard. Team Lally is excellent. They used every avenue to promote our property.
Wait, excellent is like all caps.
Yes.
Okay, keep going.
From the internet, like Trulia.com, to mailings and magazines. They took a disappointing situation and turned it into an ideal situation, especially considering all the circumstances. Thank you to Team Lally.
And we will keep that anonymous because, I don't know, it's more...
Kind of like a private matter.
A private matter that we've shared with all our listeners on
Yes.
the radio, but you don't know who. But anyway, that was an unsolicited comment for Team Lally. So anyway, if you're wondering what our clients think of us and how we handle some of their more difficult transactions, being upside down on a property, falling behind on payments, you're not sure what to do. It's not like you're in this situation all the time. But give us a call at what number?
They can call me on my cell. That
Yes.
number is 227-2703.
Give it to them one more time.
227-2703.
And if you're not in that situation, you know somebody's in that situation, you should have them give us a call. Even better, just say, you know what, I'm going to have them call you.
That's right. Okay, so I think we're ready for our guest.
And so one of the things that we tell our guests to put them at ease when they come on the show so they don't have to worry about being nervous is that, hey, pretend in your mind you're just visiting us at the home and we're just going to sit around and talk story.
That's right.
Oh, do we have someone at the door? Who is it?
Oh, I think it's Ty Jackson from
Hi, come on
Hawaii
in.
VA Loans.
Hi, how are you guys doing?
Good.
Good.
Grab a chair. Would you like something to drink?
No, I'm fine, thank
Okay.
you.
All right, so I'm going to read your bio here that I pulled from your guys' website, the HawaiiVALoans.com. So Ty began her career in the mortgage industry in 1997. The joy of helping families realize their dreams of homeownership has kept her driven and focused throughout those years. She's always prioritized purchase, business, and that shows through her employment history. She has worked for some of the nation's top home builders, including Beezer Homes, D.R. Horton, KB Home, and JMC Homes, and has been the top producing preferred lender on multiple projects. So I see that you said that you're prioritize purchase business. What does that mean? What does that mean, Ty?
Well, prioritizing purchase business, it's just a main focus of mine. I like helping homeowners. You know, most people, the biggest investment they make in their life is purchasing a property. And it's nice to be able to get people into homes, families, their dreams, you know, and all of that stuff. Refinances, of course, I get refinances from past clients, and I'll do those as well. But I do focus on purchase transactions.
Yeah, because there's no feeling like helping someone, especially like a first-time home buyer. They're so excited to finally become a homeowner. And they're anxious,
a little bit anxious, so it's good to be able to put them at ease. So we got more questions for you. We have a total of 59 questions.
Oh, great.
We're going a question a minute.
Okay. No. So Ty, so you are there with Hawaii VA Loans, and I know that you guys do a lot of VA loan purchases and refis. So could you tell us a little bit about what is a VA cash out?
A VA cash out, that is a program that allows VA-eligible homeowners to refinance their current home loan, whether they have a VA loan currently or not. It does require that there's 10% equity based off of the current appraised value. The loan, VA loans have a financeable funding fee. So that varies on how many times they've used their VA, loan, and what type of service they were in, like if they were in the reserves. And that is typically financed when you do a purchase. But on the VA cash out, it can be financed, but that cannot exceed the 10% equity. So that is one of the requirements.
Now, for the listener, they're madly jotting all this down. Their pen just ran out of ink. It was kind of complicated to begin with. So you know what we say. You can either go on the Internet and be even more confused, or they could just give you a call. So what would be a good number?
Certainly do that.
Yeah, what's a good number to reach you at?
Our office number is 808-792-4251.
And give us that number one more time.
808-792-4251.
All right.
And then what's your direct line, Ty?
My direct line is 808-673-0014.
Okay. And then also, is this information about the VA cash out listed on your guys' website?
Yes, our website, HawaiiVALoans.com, has a bunch of information on there. It does have information on the benefits of VA loans in general, and it also has information on the cash out.
So again, that's HawaiiVALoans.com, HawaiiVALoans.com.
Correct.
Okay. So we have another question for you, Ty.
Okay.
How can the veteran benefit from transitioning from another type of loan program and into a VA loan?
Well, one of the biggest benefits of VA loans is no mortgage insurance. I'm sure homeowners, even first-time homeowners, when they go onto the Internet and are looking up, Googling stuff, they probably come across mortgage insurance and read all about it. Mortgage insurance is a percentage of your loan amount.
Yes.
So we live in Hawaii where there are bigger loan amounts. So your mortgage insurance could be anywhere from $200. I've seen it all the way up to $500 a month.
Wow.
And with a VA loan, you do not have to pay that. And all other loans require mortgage insurance if you have less than 20% equity. So that would mean if you're purchasing a home, you have to put 20% of that purchase price as a down payment to avoid mortgage insurance. And VA buyers don't have to pay any monthly mortgage insurance. So that's the biggest benefit I can see from a VA loan.
Yeah, because that's going to impact them on a monthly basis when they're making that payment.
So
right.
So would you say that like that VA funding fee, that upfront fee that can be financed, is kind of like the VA's version of the mortgage insurance?
You're correct in that sense. It is similar to kind of the VA's version of mortgage insurance, but it is a one-time thing. It's added to the loan, and it's amortized over the 30-year term. So if you did a side-by-side comparison, it would probably be pennies to the dollar compared to what you would pay on a monthly basis on a conventional loan or an FHA loan.
Okay. One of the other benefits that most people don't realize, too, is we get a lot of clients that are in this situation where they PCS. They might have to sell their home. With a VA loan, you're covered, what, how much?
There's a 25% guarantee on the loan, right? So, like, if they have to do a short sale, the VA will guarantee at least 25% of that loan back to the lender.
But that's kind of like auto insurance where they replace your car. You hope you're just never in a wreck that totals your car. So that's kind of like just in case situation, but we want to bring it to your attention. And we got more questions.
Okay, great.
We're going to ask you one more question, and we'll go to a break after this one. So on HawaiiVALoans.com, you guys have a condo check option. Could you tell us how would a condo become VA approved, and what are the basic requirements?
Oh, there's a ton of requirements for a condo to become VA approved, and typically it's done when the condo project is built. If it is not VA approved, there is a process. It can be time consuming. There's no guarantee that VA will approve the project, but we are able to submit the required documents. There's probably about 30 of them in order to get the project approved. The percentage of some approvals require a certain percentage of the units to be owner-occupied, where VA really does not have that requirement. However, it is important to point out if you're purchasing a condo that many of the units are investment, VA could consider that a risk and may not approve the condo community. But a lot of the documents are legal documents like declaration, covenants, bylaws. A lot of the documents required have to do with the association, the HOA. We submit maps of the project and stuff like that. I think there's about 30 documents that we have to submit.
So how long does it typically take if a condo is not already approved? Like what could a consumer expect if they found their dream home and it's not on the VA list?
And you guys are going to help them get that.
And we're going to help them get that. I would say 30 to 60 days.
Not too long.
But it's not too long, especially if that's, where they want to live. That's their dream home. I think that's a pretty reasonable time. We gather all the documents up and we'll submit them and get the condo project approved.
I think you guys are pretty gracious to do that because once it's approved, anybody can go in there and use VA financing, not just clients that work with us. So that's a pretty cool thing that you guys go out and do that.
Correct. Yeah, it is pretty nice.
Yes.
And then anybody can buy there and use a VA loan.
Yes.
All right. Well, we do need to take a quick break for the news, but when we come back, we're going to be talking more with Ty about VA loans and other real estate related questions here.
Yes. Hang in there, Ty.
The News Authority in Honolulu is News Radio 830 KHVH.
It's 75 degrees, partly cloudy in Honolulu. I'm Julia Norton-Dennis. Here's what's happening. Turkey's state news agency is reporting that police have detained 9 people in connection with the death of a New York City woman in Istanbul. Sarai Sierra had been missing since January 21st. The Anadolu agency says her body was found today in a low-income district of the city. Authorities say they still have an open line of communication with a man accused of abducting a 5-year-old boy and holding him hostage in a bunker in rural Alabama. They are also thanking him for taking care of the child as the standoff enters its 5th day. Neighbors describe Jimmy Lee Dykes as a menacing figure with anti-government views. He's accused of fatally shooting a school bus driver before taking the boy. The state will pay $5 million to settle a class action sexual assault lawsuit involving the Hawaii Center for the Deaf and the Blind. The lawsuit claims students were raped and assaulted for more than 10 years. The money will pay for treatment and counseling for the children and their parents. That's according to Michael Green, who is one of the attorneys in the lawsuit. The settlement means the Kapahulu School will remain open. Flags are flying at half-staff until sunset today in honor of Honolulu businessman Lex Brody. He died last month at the age of 98. Family and friends gathered at the Duke Kahanamoku statue this morning for a memorial service, which ended with a scattering of flowers at a surf spot that was one of Brody's favorites. Kaiser Permanente Hawaii announced yesterday it will lay off 13 clerical and emergency tech employees when it closes the Honolulu Clinic Urgent Care Center on Pensacola Street March 16. The clinic at the same location which sees patients by appointment during regular hours will not be affected. Sunny, breezy, high in the 80s tonight, mostly clear, low near 69, and tomorrow sunny skies. Currently in Honolulu, 75.
When you're trying to find the best of the best, don't settle for an agent that's just like the rest. Pick a team that knows just what to do. From buying or selling, we work hard for you. Team Lally, the best real estate in the islands. 227-2703.
Did you know you can get a mortgage loan for a purchase with little or no down payment? Well, you can with Jeff Howard of Man Mortgage. That's right. There are a number of low down payment loans available such as FHA, VA, USDA, and conventional loans with some requiring no money down to as little as 3.5% down. With Jeff Howard of Man Mortgage, they can even offer ways to also provide no closing cost loans. That's all the costs built into your interest rate to allow you, on some products, to walk into a home with nothing out of pocket. Look Jeff Howard up on the web at teamhowardhomeloans.com. That's teamhowardhomeloans.com. Or call 258-7653. That's 258-7653. That's also 258-SOLD. NMLS license number 470411. Equal Housing Opportunity Lender.
Hey, listen, folks, before we jump back in, here's yet again another great success story from Adrienne Lally and her team. Now, we all know this. Not everyone has a house they're trying to sell. Some of you folks may even have condominiums to put on the market. Well, this success story is about a Waikiki condo, and here's what happened. Adrienne Lally listed a Waikiki condo, and after just a couple of days on the market, that's just 2 days on the market, Adrienne had 2 full-price cash offers. Now, even better than that, the condo closed in, are you ready, just 10 days. That's right, just 10 days. Now, these success stories results, they speak for themselves, but what you need to do is give Adrienne a call. Call today. Find out how Team Lally can help you. And remember this, that Adrienne Lally guarantees to sell your home for the amount agreed to by the deadline you set, or she'll buy your home for cash. Do this. Give Team Lally a call today, 227-2703, so they can help you too. And be sure to listen to the Team Lally radio program every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon here on KHVH Radio.
Party people!
Welcome back, and thanks for listening to the Team Lally Real Estate Show here on AM 830 KHVH. I'm Adrienne.
And I'm Attilio.
And we're talking about the VA loan. Today we have Ty Jackson from Hawaii VA Loans on as our guest. But before we bring her back on to ask more questions, we have a by the way.
Oh, is this for Bradley?
This is for Bradley.
Hey, if you're looking for an outstanding insurance agent that will personally help you during the moment of truth, we recommend Bradley Maruyama with Allstate Insurance, and his number's 591-8016. What's that number? 591-8016.
So, Attilio, what do you mean by this moment of truth?
Well, that's what Bradley believes in, is what's called the moment of truth. That's what separates great agents from the so-so agents.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the best insurance is the insurance you never have to use, but we know that's not how life works.
Mm-hmm.
So when life happens, you can count on Bradley and his team to exceed your expectations for your insurance needs. Keep in mind that when buying a home, the cost of home insurance should be taken into consideration. We at Team Lally trust Bradley and his team with our most... Or wait, you know what? You should read this part.
I trust Bradley with my own personal home, so you should give him a call. I went 591-8016.
Well, what's Bradley's last name?
Maruyama. I'm still working on it.
It's Hawaiian names and Japanese names.
Yes, I'm terrible. Okay, Ty, are you still there?
I am.
Okay, so back to VA questions for Ty. All right, so What are the current VA loan limits in Hawaii, and does it vary from state to state?
VA loan limits do vary from state to state, and here in Hawaii, it varies from island to island.
Oh.
Currently, on the island of Oahu, the VA loan limit is $750. This which has decreased from 2012, which was at $756.250. So currently, Oahu is $750. All other islands have a loan limit of $625,500. Now, with that being said, there are ways to finance more using your VA loan, which is called VA jumbo loans. And that allows you to finance up to $1.5 million.
Oh, wow.
But it's very important to remember this is not 100% financing. You're still going to get all the other benefits that a VA loan has, like no mortgage insurance and so on and so forth. But it will require a down payment. That down payment is a calculation between the loan limit and the purchase price. And I kind of did an example, like just round numbers. Say you're purchasing a property at $850,000 purchase price. The loan limit is $750,000. That leaves a $100,000 difference. You multiply that by 25%, simple math, you're putting down payment of $25,000.
Wow, that's
not too bad on an $850,000 loan.
Yeah, that's
right.
That's very reasonable.
Yeah.
All right. So what is the difference between a pre-qualification and a pre-approval?
Okay, I get asked this a lot. And basically a pre-qualification is where a client, a buyer, they'll submit basic information. They can go onto our website, hawaiivaloans.com, and they can fill out just basic information, their name, their address, telephone number, Social Security, what their gross income is, how long they've been on their job, simple questions. We take that information, we pull their credit report, and we review what they have given us and their credit report and say, yes, from what you've given us and your credit report, you should qualify for a loan. Now, the most important step is the pre-approval. And that is typically required by all agents in order to put in an offer on a property. The pre-approval is where we obtain the client's information. One of the things that we like to do at Hawaii VA Loans is a consultation where the buyer will bring in their documents. We like to meet with them face to face and go over all of the numbers, the figures, how the loan that they're interested in works. And we analyze their income, their assets, paycheck stubs, bank statements, W-2s, federal tax returns, and we issue what's called a pre-approval, which means not only does the information they gave us, but we validated it with their documentation, and they're good to go into contract.
Now, I'm going to tell you from a listing agent standpoint, we're always telling our sellers, you need to don't even bother with buyers that don't at least
have a pre-approval.
Yeah, have a pre-approval submitted with their offer, because anybody can write up 13 pages of a purchase contract, but can you execute that transaction with valid financing?
And I've had times before where I've pre-qualified a buyer, and it's not their fault, but they don't know. They may have taken a lot of 2106 expenses or deductions on their tax returns, or they're self-employed and they're giving me their gross income rather than their, net after deductions.
Yes.
And it's unfortunate, but I've had some people that have pre-qualified, but once I get their documentation, their income isn't as much as we had thought or something like that. And so they go from being pre-qualified to maybe not being pre-qualified, or for not getting pre-approved, or only getting pre-approved for a lower loan amount.
Lower loan amount.
Very important.
And that's critical today, because what's happening with our inventory, Adrian?
It's very low.
A lot of competition, so you got to come in strong and be prepared and ready to go.
Have the pre-approval.
Yeah.
Correct. All
right. So I know that you guys are called Hawaii VA Loans, but I know that you do other types of loans as well.
And what are they?
Yes.
Correct. And we do, well, as a full-service lender, we're not a broker, we're a full-service lender. We offer a variety of mortgage loans. We specialize in VA, but we also offer FHA, Federal Housing Administration mortgage. FHA requires a down payment of 3.5% of the appraised value. There is two types of mortgage insurance. There's a finance portion, and then there's a monthly portion. And those can be pretty high, 1.75 financed, and $1.25 monthly. And we have received emails that those may be increasing soon as well. But FHA is a great loan. I actually did an FHA loan when I bought my first house. So for somebody who is not VA eligible, that may be an option for them. We also do offer USDA loans. United States Department of Agriculture are also referred to as rural home loans. These loans are only allowed in certain areas. They have a website, and you can see which area on Oahu, on the neighboring islands, allows for a USDA loan, but it is 100% financing. It has kind of similar to VA funding fee, but it's a finance guarantee of 2%. And it has a very low monthly mortgage insurance. Just
now, like with the USDA, isn't that like the funds are supposed to run out with that in March? Or you have to be in contract by March? There's some kind of deadline that's coming up.
Are you aware of that?
I'm aware that, they do run out of funds sometimes, but then, they get the funds right away. So,
Well, maybe it's the areas changing. That's what's happening. I think like the Eva and Kapolei.
Ocean Point, yeah. Maybe due to the census.
The rezoning.
It's funny. I saw the USDA truck the other day driving down the road. So maybe they're surveying different areas because once an area does become more populated, it will no longer qualify for a USDA loan.
So,
but those are great loans for first-time home buyers, and you can even own another property if you had to relocate for work and do a USDA loan.
Oh, wow.
So you do not necessarily have to be a first-time home buyer. We also offer conventional loans, up to 97% financing for owner-occupied. That's 3% down.
Yes.
And of course, mortgage insurance will apply in that case. We also offer investment loans and second home loans as well.
And what kind of down are you looking at if you're buying an investment home?
20%.
20%. I'm thinking that conventional is 20%, but you're telling me you guys have a program that's only 3%.
Yes, we do.
Wow.
I actually have a buyer I just got pre-approved for on the 97% conventional financing.
Yes.
They're purchasing a condo. It's 3% down. The mortgage insurance is 1.15% monthly. So you do have a high monthly mortgage insurance, but no finance portion. Interest rates are slightly higher on the 97% conventional. When I did a side-by-side comparison with FHA and the 97% conventional, even with the rate being slightly higher, the mortgage payment was a little bit lower. And, there are tax benefits to a slightly higher interest rate as well.
And that's a lot of information.
Yes.
So you know what? Ty is your easy button, and you can call her at 673-0014. That's 673-0014.
And you can also check her out on HawaiiVALoans.com and check out all the information they have there as well.
Well, hey, Ty.
Yes, we do have to take a break and let you go. So thank you so much for calling in and sharing with us and our listeners all about the VA loan.
And it's a beautiful day in Hawaii, so go out and enjoy it.
That's right.
Thank you for inviting me.
All right.
Thanks,
Thank you, Ty.
Great day.
Need a property manager? Hire the broker, Alana Jo Dela Cruz with Kama'aina Property Management. 398-2119. That's 398-2119. Or you can go to payrentformoveout.com. The way your property is managed today determines its value tomorrow. Call Alana Jo Dela Cruz for all your property management needs. 398-2119. Hawaii is one of the most beautiful places to live. With our gorgeous weather and perfect tropical climate, it's the ultimate paradise. However, pests love living here just as much as we do. Pests like cockroaches, termites, ants, and even rodents thrive within our very own homes. Ew!
Keeping them out is important for safety of your family as well as the structural integrity of your home. Let Kama'aina Termite and Pest Control keep your home clear of these unwanted pests. We offer smart, reasonable, and effective programs for your property. With more than 30 years of experience, let the Kamaaina team protect your investment. Call us today for a free estimate, 591-9997. Again, that's 591-9997.
In every real estate transaction, there is a virtual silent partner, the escrow company. They are there to make certain that the transaction keeps on track and that all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed. We like working with Hawaii Escrow and Title. They close our transactions on time with professionalism and aloha.
We're happy to recommend Hawaii Escrow and Title for any escrow and title services, providing Hawaii's community with exceptional escrow and title services since 1972. Check them out on the web at hetinc.com. That's hetinc.com.
All right, welcome back. This is Adrian.
And this is Attilio.
And you're listening to the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the Guaranteed Sale Program, here on AM 830 KHVH. We're on every Saturday from 11 a.m. to 12 noon. If you have any questions, just give us a call here at the station. That number is 521-8383.
What's that number?
521-8383. You can also visit us on the web at teamlally.com, and that's Lally.
I always wondered how you spelled Lally.
Well, now you know.
Well, hey, by the way, if you're buying a home
and
you don't know how to spell Lally, and maybe some remodeling has been done to it, we recommend Permit Check. Purchase a Permit Check will certify, I can't even talk, will certify that the major components of a property are permitted. Permit Check will pull all the permits and drawings on the file for the property at the Department of Planning and Permitting, otherwise known as DPP. They will physically inspect your property. All of their inspectors and evaluations are done by either a licensed general contractor or architectural design professional. Check out Permit Check at permit-check.com. That's permit with one T.
That's right, one T.
Or give them a call at, I fixed the number, didn't I?
I
think so.
And I added a number because there's 2 point of contacts.
Well, they can call 625-3500. That's 625-3500 or 206-7107. But just check them out on the internet or go to our business directory on teamlally.com. That's Lally.
That's right. Okay, so we have 2 more featured properties that are going to be open tomorrow.
Is this a real estate show? Do we actually talk about properties? Yes.
Yes, we do.
Okay, what do we got going?
All right, so let's talk about, this is a newer one. This is our newest listing over at Spinnaker Place Townhomes.
Yes.
And that is over in the neighborhood of Ocean Point in Eva Beach. The list price on this one is $359,000. It's 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. It's a 108 model, so it's the corner end unit with the attached garage.
Yes.
And has 1135 interior square footage. The maintenance fees are $410, and there is no inventory in this neighborhood.
Yeah, so be ready to compete. Be ready to jump in the MMA cage to get this property because there's a lot of competition. But we can help you with that if they call our buyer hotline.
Yep, that number is 234-4421. 234-4421. So this one's going to be open tomorrow on Super Bowl Sunday.
Yes, what time?
From 2 to 4.
From 2 to 4.
From 2 to 4. So look out for the Team Lally open house signs directing you to the Spinnaker Place Townhome. The address is 912017 Coyote Street, unit number 4104.
And most people are thinking, what are you guys doing an open house on Super Bowl Sunday? Are you guys communists? What's going on? No, because not every, there's a ton of people. I'm one of those weird adult males that does not watch any kind of sports on TV. I play on 2 soccer teams, but I don't know, I'm just not into it. Couldn't even tell you who's playing in the Super Bowl. Oh, we're going to get calls now. But
so if someone wants to tell Attilio who's going to be in the Super Bowl, call in.
Yeah, it's the Wildcats versus the Sun Devils, isn't it? Oh, no, that's college. The Niners and the Ravens. But anyway, so this is one of those nice townhomes. It's got that nice green yard in the front. You can let a nice little seating area off to the main entryway in the front.
Right. And it has one of those little tech centers.
upstairs on the second floor.
Yep.
Yeah, really nice the way that they have it laid out. Little guest bathroom on the first floor. Open kitchen so you can entertain, cook, have your Super Bowl party. Oh, and they got a man cave going on in the garage.
Really?
Man cave. It even has a sign over the door that says man cave. So they got a TV all hooked up in there. So unfortunately, maybe at the open house, I'm pretty sure they'll probably have the game on or the highlights or
no,
I think post game, past game.
They're disappearing for the open house. Our clients won't be there.
No, I mean whoever's sitting there is gonna probably have it on.
Oh,
maybe.
Cherie?
Yeah.
Yep, Cherie will be out there. We'll see. I don't know.
Cherie will be in the man cave, ready to greet you as you come to go check out this open house.
Okay, so we'll give her those instructions.
Yes.
So the last open house, it's going to be tomorrow. This one's from 3 to 5.
Mm-hmm.
Also in Ocean Point.
Single family home.
Yes. Single family home. This one's listed at $577,000. It's on 91-1008 Kayanai Street. It's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath. It's a 401 model.
Yeah.
It's 1,800 square feet. But this one has a pretty large size lot, a little bit over 6,000 square feet.
It's on the end. It's a corner lot.
Yeah.
Only a neighbor on one side.
That's right. So you have extra privacy.
And these have those detached garages. So you got that little space between the back of the home and the garage, which is nice because then typically you're in your backyard and over the back fence is your neighbor. But you don't have that the way that these homes are laid out. And it's kind of nice. You can sit in the front, chit-chat with people that are walking by, kind of like old school, old-fashioned neighborhoods, get to know each other. And then, or you can hang out in the back if you're an extrovert and you don't want to talk to people. You can hang out in that yard between your back of your house and your garage.
That's right. So it's going to be open tomorrow from 3 to 5. Celeste is going to be there to greet you. So look out for those open house signs to direct you.
And by the way, how we generate a ton of activity, even in a low inventory market, is with a video tour of our listings. So don't take our word for what we're describing to you on the radio, what they look like.
You can go to teamlally.com and check out for any one of our listings. We do have a real video tour listed there.
By the way, if you're thinking about selling, maybe you want a video tour on your home. It's going to get more exposure because I'm going to tell you, in order of priority, this is what people are looking at on the internet. We know this for a fact. What's the first thing they're looking at?
They're looking at video first.
Second thing is
pictures.
Still pictures. And the very last thing they're doing is
reading.
Reading text. Text, boring. Got to have a video tour.
That's right. Do you have a wild card, or should we talk about our community events?
Let's talk about talk about the community events while I think of a wild card.
All right. So tonight is High Society with Jason Tokita, Jason Tokita is a DJ who's helped make San Diego a powerhouse for house music. He's here visiting his mom, and he's making a guest appearance at the Sunset Room from 9 p.m. to 2 a.m. at the Aloha Tower. So the Sunset Room offers a world-class nightclubbing experience. So if you want to get notified of those type of events and others, you can always like our fan page because we do post them there. So check us out on our fan page. That's Hawaii at Home. And, do you have your wild card? Or
do I have a wild card?
If you don't, we can go back to our topic.
Let's go to our topic. We never, ever actually cover it, our topic. So this would be we got a minute or two to talk about our topic.
All right. Our topic is how to evaluate an offer.
By the way, we're going to create a video on this. And if you want to we send this video out to probably about 4,000.
Yes, 4,000 people.
And so if you'd like to get on that list, and it's helpful stuff, interesting, sometimes entertaining, but twice a month we'll send you one. And it's a video. It's not boring text that you got to read or spam mail. It's a pretty cool video. And we're going to talk about this topic, which is how do we evaluate an offer that's coming in? This is what you pay us the big bucks for.
Yes, so I'll just touch on them, and then we got to close out the show.
Sure. You know what? We'll tell you what they are, and then we'll tell you how we evaluate these points on the next show or the viral video. Okay,
so pre-approval, down payment, if the buyer has an existing home, the closing date, and if it's a cash transaction.
More details to come later on another show.
That's right, because we're out of time.
Yes.
So thanks for listening, and thank you to our sponsors.
Jeff Howard, Team Howard, and Man Mortgage.
Gabe Ame with Hawaii VA Loans and Home Loan Financial.
Denise Kaehu with Hawaii Escrow and Title.
Mike Metz with Kama'aina Termite and Pest Control.
Alana Dela Cruz with Kama'aina Property Management.
Flo and Frank with Spots Cleaning and Maintenance.
Damon Hudson, a.k.a. The Man, with American Renaissance Academy.
Tad Rentra and Janice Merlin with Permit Check.
Bradley Maruyama with our Allstate agent.
Yes. If you want to get a hold of any of our sponsors, just go to teamlally.com and check out our business partner page under our link section. We want to give a big thank you to Stephen and Rachel, our producers here in the studio.
Choo-hoo!
Make sure to tune in next week. We're going to have an awesome guest talking about something that will change your life forever.
This is the Team Lally Real Estate Show, home of the guaranteed
Sold
program.
If we can't sell your home at the agreed upon price and terms, we'll have it bought for cash.
Thanks and aloha.
AM, weeknights at 7 with George Norris.
The whole universe is accelerating and speeding up.
On KHVH, Honolulu, Hawaii's home.